But Dorothy, not everybody needs that. That is one of the biggest. It's almost like being vegan and having a podcast. It's just in style right now, right? Right. Like being a diversity, equity, inclusion executive. Oh, they're all the rage.
Yes. Yes. So true. So
they're
true.
all the rage right now. Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And not being an entrepreneur. Oh my goodness, it's all the rage. This it's romanticizing. You got a whole lot of entrepreneurs romanticizing that they had a full-time job with benefits right now.
Ain't that the truth? No, I was just talking with someone last night and he came up and he's like, I want to start this business. I have this background and it was in tech and this and that. And he was just like, but funds are low. So I'm kind of like, I'm hungry. And I'm like, and like, I'm hearing money. I'm not hearing passion. I'm not hearing an idea that's going to pull you through. So I'm like, I'm going to tell you to go get a job. And he's like, I didn't think you'd say that. And I'm like, well, surprise, but like, that's what there is a tipping point though. Like if you have that passion and it's not necessarily attached to money, but then you see that there's opportunity that will pay you, like that's the perfect marriage. Like passion without the money, that's not a business, it's a hobby.
And some of the time you need somebody to help you bring that idea to life, to work you through the concepts and get the idea fleshed out so that you're ready to bring your business to fruition. But a lot of times it's just getting those ideas out there, out of your brain, onto a piece of paper, into a strategy, a funnel, or whatever it turns out to be. So
the thing about it is you have to be a little bit of crazy. That's what I've learned. Right?
A little bit.
Every not a whole lot of crazy, but you got to have a little bit of crazy in you. You got to be a bit crazy to say, you know what? I'm going to forego what most of America does. I'm going to go and find my own money. I'm going to pursue something and work twice as hard, right, to get the same, sometimes less amount of money. Now, if you do it right, you can have impact, right? And all it takes is, 1 or 2 wins to make up for all the losses. This is what I've learned also, right?
Okay.
But you got to be crazy. You have to be crazy with passion, crazy with drive, crazy with discipline, right? Crazy with faith, man, because there's some days that this thing don't even look right. It's like, what in the world am I doing? There's some weeks, man, the money that went all the way down and I was like, okay, God, it's me and you. We're going to figure this thing out. But then the following week, it's back up again. How it happened, I have no idea. Yes, I do know how I did, right? I do have an idea, right? He's always faithful. And so I take that and I'm like, okay, as long as you are doing what you're purposed to do. Some people are purposed to do other things, not necessarily be an entrepreneur, right? So don't do it because somebody says you should do it. Don't do it because it's all the rage, right? Do it because it's something that you're purposed, you're passionate about doing, and it's something that you feel that you can have impact with and be good at, right? I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I never in my life desired to be an entrepreneur. My dad said, you know what, son, you need to get you a good job. He said good A job, but you need to get you a good A job, right? Work 40 hours a week, get you this gold watch, get these benefits, take care of your family just like I did, right? And when I told him I was about to be an entrepreneur, he thought I was crazy because I was, but I've been crazy ever since, right? And but the thing I've done is I've enjoyed my life, right? I've enjoyed it through the ups and downs. That's why I know I've done the right thing. I have no regrets.
I watch your your videos because I follow you on Instagram. And I watch how joyful and how it's like when your clients truly step into their best selves, right? It's like you're showcasing their greatest, their highest good, their greatest moment. It's like a red carpet for all of them. The red carpet that they've never experienced. Right?
I'm gonna tell you right now, there is nothing like a brand experience with Nick Nelson. Nothing like it. I get the chills again when I talk about it.
But I'm gonna take, but Cheryl, the thing about it is that most people don't invest in themselves, right?
Right.
And the minute that you make the determination that I'm going to invest in myself and I'm serious, well, if you're serious, I gotta be serious, because most people don't, right? And you're absolutely right. It's an event. The problem that I've seen with many people in business and in life, period, is they don't treat themselves as an experience. You are an experience. You're either going to be a good experience, a bad experience, a memorable experience, or forgettable experience, right? Reason why families love to go to Disney is because of the experience, right? The reason why people go to concerts is because of the experience, right? People want and thrive for experience, yet we treat ourselves like, you know, we're blasé. No, it's an experience, right? As soon as I came on camera, Cheryl was like, Nick, what's wrong with you? Because she's used to the experience of me just being out the gate loud. I said, give me a second. Give a brother a second, right? You know what I'm saying? It was almost like she was at a concert and I'm Beyonce and she was expecting me to be like, hello, Amsterdam.
You know, you wouldn't have been Beyonce for me. You would have been Guadalupe or whatever her name is. I played that last night.
Guapale. Girl,
Yeah.
you done butchered that woman's name so bad. I'm gonna need
You
you
know
to know
what?
her name.
I never knew how to say her name properly. Guapale.
Guapale.
Okay.
Guapale.
Okay.
But you're an experience. And that's the thing you gotta remember, because at the end of the day, I don't care if you are an entrepreneur or in the business world, the same methodology applies, right? Is I gotta know you, right? That's what we call awareness. I know you exist. I know you exist on my job. I know you exist as an entrepreneur. I like you. That's called engagement, right? It's engagement. This is a funnel, by the way. This is what Cheryl knows. It's called a funnel. It's a funnel.
I'm like, are you teaching already?
Engagement is I like you, right? Right. That means I like your content. You become a friend in my head, right? Dorothea, what you said is that, Nick, you know, you have become a friend in my head, you know, over and over again through watching your videos, etc. That's the magic of video and the magic of being authentic in video, right? That's what influencers do, right? You can't influence somebody if they don't like you, if they don't get into you, right? So that's engagement. And then ultimately it's call to action. Call to action is I want you, just like Marvin Gaye. And I want you to want me too, just like I want you, right? It's I want you.
That's
Even
so funny. When you said that, when you started
all.
speaking, I could hear Marvin Gaye. Yeah.
Yeah. That is a marketer's song. That is a marketing song. I know it's supposed to be a love song. Oh my God, that's a marketing song. And I want you to want me to. Just like, boy, let me tell you something. That's what that thing is. That's a marketer's song, right? Because I want you, right? I want you to be successful. I want you to win. I want you to show your world your greatness. I want you to be bad. I want you to know you bad. I want you to get out of your head. I want you to pick one brand thing. I want you, but I want you to want me too, right? Because you know what? I want you to want to work with me. I want you to want to work with that person. They don't know what's good for you. I do, right? They can never brand you like I can, right? That's what that is. That's what that is. That's what that is, because I know it to be true, because you got so many frauds out there. People hawking workbooks, people hawking downloadable things, trying to get these coins, right?
Yeah.
You know,
staring over there with attitude, snapping her fingers.
right? Repurposing somebody else's thoughts and not coming up with their own, right?
Yep.
Yes.
You cannot Google experience. I promise you can, right? You cannot Google experience. You got to live experience, right? You got to live experience, right? So, far too many these other people that do not have as much experience are leveraging the thoughts and ideas of others and repackaging them up in a nice, pretty Canva and making it their own.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And you cannot do that and be effective, but people are falling for it. That's why when it comes to branding yourself, and Cheryl knows this. The Cheryl Cooper understands this process, and I gift it to as many people as I can, because this is my process. Cheryl, I'm gonna take you back down memory lane. First thing you got to understand is, who are you? What is your purpose? What is your purpose? What's the purpose? What is your purpose? Why are you here? Right? Why did you wake up this morning? What are we here to do today? Your purpose today is not the same as it was yesterday. It's not the same as it is going to be tomorrow, right? I'm talking about right now. What we doing? Look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, what is we doing? What we doing? Why is we here? Why is we here, boss? Right? All right. What's your purpose? All right. Who are you? What do you do? Pacifically. Pacifically. You got to go deep. What do you do pacifically? Right? You got to be Pacific, not Atlantic, but Pacific.
Left Coast.
What do you call yourself? Don't get creative. Be dumb. 7-year-old got to be able to understand it, right?
Okay.
Right? Be Pacific. Who do you do it for? Who's your target audience? All right. As soon as you identify your target audience, go deep, niche down, right? Nick, I want to hit women. Okay, that's great. Niche down. I want to hit professional women. Great. Niche down. Nick, I want to hit professional women who are in middle management. Okay, good. Niche down some more, right? You got to go deep undercover like Axel Foley, right? That's what you got to do. You got to go deep. You got to niche all the way down. There's riches in niches, all right? Next thing you got to do is you got to understand, what problem are you solving? I don't care if you are corporate America, got a good corporate job, or you're a crazy entrepreneur like me. If you are not solving a problem, who needs you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Only reason, people come to me is because they have a problem that they can't figure out themselves. They've tried, right? They've struggled. They're like, oh, forget it. I give up. You figure it out, right? What problem? People come to Cheryl because they're like, you know what? I need a funnel. I want to sell my course, right? Right. So she solves a problem for a specific audience. Everybody's not going to go to Cheryl. Everybody's not going to go to me, right? Right. I'm not for everybody, right? And I know this. But those who I am for know that I am for them, and I know that they are for me, right? Mm-hmm. It's a match. It's a love connection, a love of brand, right? That is established.
Okay.
But you got to solve a problem. Now, the biggest issue that people have, right? They don't know how to package themselves. That's your angle. Mm-hmm. What is your angle? Like, what is your angle for real? Like, so you got probably about umpteen million. Umpteen is actually a number, by the way. Umpteen million people doing the same thing you doing. What's your angle? Like, what makes you special? What's going to make you memorable, right? How do we package that up so that you stand out, right? Because everybody is on the verge of being what's his face or what's her face, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's why I have the moniker brandpreneur, registered trademark, and spelled wrong. All of these things are designed to capture attention and to be memorable. Because Nick Nelson is a great name. Hell, it ain't that memorable. He'd be like, I'd be what's his face in a minute, right? But that's why I call the Cheryl Cooper. The Cheryl Cooper is memorable to me. Matter of fact, you need to make that your new first name, the Cheryl Cooper. Cheryl need to be your middle name, right? That's for me. But you got to have an angle. What is your angle going to be? A lot of times your angle is rooted in your story, rooted in the things that you do well, rooted in the things that you're passionate about, rooted in the person or those individuals that you're here to serve, right? Rooted in your story. Marvel is the king of this, man. Yeah, Marvel teaches everybody how to brand with each and every single movie, right? Every superhero has a backstory. I just watched this Shang-Chi movie last night with my son. Mm-hmm. Man, same thing. It's the same thing. It's the beginning, middle, and the end. There's always a backstory. In the middle, there's always a struggle. And at the end, there's this big conflict and the world is saved or destroyed. But something happens, right? Same thing with you. Branding is all about story. I don't care if it's a 15-second TikTok. Within that 15 seconds, they're going to tell you a story, right? Right? If it's a 20-second reel. Within that 20 seconds, it's going to be a story, a beginning, a middle, and end, right? Your brand and your angle needs to be a part of your story. Your whole identity is rooted in story. And if you leverage your story, and if you go way back, right? Throwback Thursday, Flashback Friday, if you go back and think about your life and some of your experiences that have had impact and make them a part of your angle in your story, that's the secret. That's what differentiates you. And spoiler alert is something that now you can get passionate behind and you don't feel like a fraud. The other thing that so many people feel is like, Nick, I feel like I'm an imposter. I feel like I'm a fraud. I feel like, I can't connect with this. I don't know why I'm doing this, right? Because you haven't found an angle that you connect with. You haven't found something within you to connect with your passion and your purpose that doesn't make you feel like a fraud, right? Every superhero has that, man. From Black Panther to Iron Man to Thor, all this stuff, they are able to connect that based off of their connectivity with their story. They're able to take their superpower, connect it with their story to save the universe. Jesus, Nick, you preaching. God dog it. I impressed myself with that one. Did you get that? Lord have mercy.
It's recorded, Nick. It's recorded because I know you be coming up with stuff.
Hey, the other thing you got to do, you got to compliment yourself sometime. All right, don't wait on other people to compliment you. I compliment myself all the. Oh, Nick, you did a good job. Nick, you did a good job. Right?
I'm waiting to put that reel out there.
I promise you I do. Because as being an entrepreneur, you can't wait for other people to cheer you on. You got to cheer yourself on. Right? You got to wake up each day, say, go, Nick, go, Nick, go, Nick. Right? You got to do that. You got to do that because no one else will. Right? Matter of fact, some people are waiting for you to fail, hoping that you fail, looking for you to fail, right? Don't you be one of them. You got to be on your own team. That's the other thing about being an entrepreneur. You got to be on your own team. If you ain't on your own team, hell, how the hell y'all gonna play? Ain't no players on the bench, right? Some of the people that I work with, they ain't even on their own team. I'm like, okay, come on. I'm gonna need you to at least suit up and be at least one player on the bench. You know what I mean? Who are you? What do you do? Who do you do it for? What do those people want and need? What's your angle? What do they get as a result of engaging with you? Right? What do they get? It's all about what's in it for me, right? You selfish. You selfish. Oh my God. Sharon, you selfish as hell. Cheryl, you are so selfish. Oh my God. I know Dana with them judgmental eyes. She's so selfish. She looked like she's peering through my soul with them judgmental eyes, like, right? Doretha, judging. You so judgmental. We all are judgmental, right? We are wanting to understand what's in it for us. What's in it for me, right? What's in it for me? You got to be able to answer that and articulate it. You got to be able to articulate what's in it for people. I call that the speaker's problem. Speakers are like, Nick, I desire to be on many stages. I see that for my life. I'm visioning that on my board. And these are the things that I'm going to talk about. And I'm like, okay, first of all, it ain't about you. It's about what do people get? You got to have that mindset. It ain't about what you can teach. It's about what people are going to walk away with. Right.
Okay.
That's what everything. That's the number one problems entrepreneurs have. Right. They don't think about what people walk away with. Right? People want to walk away with something that's tangible, something that they can use, some tools. Give me something, right? Right? But let me walk away with something. So, I mean, why do you think t-shirts on vacations are so popular? They were like, I got his t-shirt. I was there, right? Postcards used to be so popular, right? Right? Pictures of on vacation. Now postcards are now IG pictures, right? By the way, it's not postcards anymore. It's IG, right? Right. Instead of letting your one person know, you letting the world know I'm living my best life for these 15 seconds. Then it's going to be hell again, but that's fine. Got to think about what people walk away with. And then lastly, you got to be able to tell that story. Storytelling is everything. How do you articulate it? How do you communicate it? What's your beginning, middle, and end? What's the journey from getting to know you to buying from you or doing something, taking some sort of action? Right? That's the beauty of landing pages. Landing pages, from a sales standpoint, they do that. Within one single page, it takes a person on the journey from getting to know you to taking a specific action, right? Taking a specific action. Now it has to happen through. You got to be able to very clearly articulate, this is the value. This is specifically what it is. These are all the people who co-sign on it, right? You got to have somebody co-sign, because people want to know what the reviews are. Everybody looks at reviews nowadays, from Amazon to your local restaurant to your Uber driver. Reviews are important. And so getting people to say what the experience of with you, so you're not the only person selling you, because nowadays the other things, it takes more than one person selling you. That's why we present ourselves online. If I was the only one selling me, man, it would be so tough. It already is tough, right? But nowadays, because of social media and social proof, people will believe it and will buy from you, and they ain't even had a conversation with you, or very little conversation, right? Right? It ain't like back in the day, right? Where you really had to know somebody and, you know, see it for yourself. No, people paying top dollar to folk they have never met, with based off of social proof. I've seen it, therefore I believe it, right?
Yep.
But in this journey of becoming a brand, it's all rooted in purpose, right? I'll end where I started. You got to understand what your purpose is. You got to understand why you're here. You got to understand what it is you're doing, right? Because purpose is if you're walking in purpose, then you'll be able to make it through bumps in the road, right? Because there will be some. That's the reason why people quit jobs. They piss me off. I quit, right? I'm leaving here. I quit, right? Because you could take it or leave it. When you're in purpose, man, you can't sleep at night if you ain't doing it. You just, you shaking back and forth. Your spirit ain't right. Your spirit ain't right, man. Do you know how many times I fired and rehired myself on this journey as brandpreneur? I promise you, I done put in applications. I interviewed. I have. I said I quit. I gave myself my own pink slip. And man, these people were like, have you seen your LinkedIn? Please. And I do that, and I act wild with my LinkedIn for a reason, because I don't want a real job. I want my purpose. I want my purpose, right? And so that's why I do what I do, and I encourage the people that I encourage. And I'm just telling you, I'm just real with it, what this journey is, man. But it's very important that you put yourself out there, and don't think you got to be an entrepreneur, right? Do it because it's something you're purposed to do, not because it's all the rage.
Okay. I have 2 pages of notes. That was really helpful. That was very helpful. So when people come to see you, they should be able to answer those questions and they should be able to articulate the story.
When you come to see me, the only thing you got to have in your mind is, I'm ready. You just got to be ready. It's almost like going to your personal trainer and saying, you know what? I'm ready now, right? Your personal trainer can work with that. Your nutritionist can work with that. Your doctor can work with that, right? Your counselor can work with that, right? This is nothing but a healthy regimen of, I'm ready. That's all you need, is be in your mind. I'm ready, right? And you know what gets you ready? I'm gonna tell you the secret that gets you ready: putting some skin in the game. That's why people pay for personal trainers. Some of these people could do it themselves, but they're like, you know what? I'm gonna pay this money. I'm about to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go, right? Because if not, I'm just wasting it, right? And ain't nobody got time to waste money. Ain't nobody got time, right? So that's why investing in yourself and we care about those things that we pay for. We do. You care a little bit more. And that's why investing in yourself is important. You know what I'm saying? So the minute you're ready, all it is okay, well, let's go. And you know, hey, just buckle in. I'm driving. It's like Training Day. You ever seen Training Day with Denzel Washington? That's all. I'm over in the car smoking a cigarette, blow it in your face. And we off to the races. King
That is
Kong ain't got
true.
shit on me.
That's truly what the experience is like. It really is.
Minus the smoking, I don't smoke, but you get it.
Yeah, you just come ready and
Just come
ready.
ready.
But Nick, people want to understand what ready means. Give a hypothetical of what ready is besides Denzel Washington and Training Day.
Yeah. What ready is that I am broken enough where I'm ready for a change. When you're ready requires a state of brokenness. It requires a state of I give up. I have exhausted everything else. I'm ready. It requires a state of humility, right? It requires a state of I need help, right? Right? Why you think it takes so long for people to come down the aisle when they had aisles in the middle of the church, right? Because they got to wait until they're ready, right? And typically something has happened. Death, disease, disaster, or destruction has happened. And all of a sudden now they are at a point of brokenness and they're like, I'm ready. And all it takes is the pastor to say one or two words, and then the final ones, won't you come? Right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of push. And that's all my job is in terms of what I do. Life is gonna do what it does. I just wait for people at a point of their brokenness, the intersection, and I give them the invitation. It's won't you come? It's your time, it's your hour. And I have them come on, right? As soon as they say I'm ready, they typically are ready. It's typically all ready, right? Ain't nobody playing games, right? I'm ready. You ready? We all ready. Let's go.
What transformations have you seen, I guess, in the way a person approaches their business once they've gone through once you've had a chance to help them launch?
A lot of it is just a feeling of confidence in terms of I know I can do this, right? It's almost like a sense of accomplishment when you graduate from school, right? When you like I'm Greek, so when I crossed my organization, man, it was one of those things. They break you down to build you back up again. I can do this, and not only can I do it, I actually have some tools. I understand what it is that I'm doing, right? I have some resources. I know I'm not in it alone. I have someone to call. I mean, let me tell you something. In my line show,
Nick, I'm gonna
people
stop
still
you for
call
one
me.
second. Nick, let me stop you for 1 second because
Yeah.
not everybody's gonna understand what Greek is. Explain just
Oh,
a
okay, my
second what
bad,
Greek
my
is.
bad. I'm not talking about yogurt. I'm talking about an organization, a fraternity.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. But you have a community, right? You have a resource. Like I pick up the phone. Like I pick up the phone. Right. I do. I just pick up the phone. Right. I ain't hard to find. And I answer questions, right? Because what I've learned here is that for me and for you and for us, it shouldn't be just about a check. Life is more than just about a check, man. Checks come and go. You know what I'm saying? But helping people, relationships, imparting wisdom into folks. If you know a thing, teach a thing. That's the other reason why some of these people, man, they want you to pay for everything because they don't know a whole lot, right? So what it is I know, oh boy, you have to pay me for this, right? The little bit I know, right? I give it away. You give it away, right? Because if you have experience, man, I can pull back on some of everything, right? So that's called life, right? So that's it.
Yeah, and I can vouch for that too, Nick. Like just working with you in my time, it up leveled my confidence. It did. I was like, oh, I do really have something, even though I have a
Yeah.
coach who has taught me that I have something, but it was something about giving me the confidence to go out there and now show up
And
in the
show up.
world differently.
Because the thing is, so many people hide. That's why the image piece of this thing. See, I could just stop right there at the whole, teaching you and giving you tools and helping you. I'll put a camera in front of your face and I say, now dance, make this thing live. Show up, show up, show up. And when you do that, all of a sudden something clicks and you're like, damn, I am somebody. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That's why That's why it's called brand day, man. People love birthdays. People love it. Man, we want to celebrate our birthdays, right? You know, from kids, we've learned the importance of birthdays. Why? Because you're celebrating the day that, you know, you were born into this earth, right? And, you know, I try to treat my clients as special. That's the angle, is that, you know, you are doing something that you typically would have never done. I have clients who said, Nick, I've never had somebody do my makeup professionally. Nick, I've never had, you know, images before. I've never done anything like this. This is all new, right? It's being birthed into you. Everything that we've learned, everything that you've gone through is just being birthed into you at that particular moment. It's like you in the kitchen and we done stirred it up. Man, on that day, all I did was turn on the 400, put it in for 45 minutes, boom, come out. You cooking. You a delicious meal. Very delicious. Very delicious.
You just blew my mind with that. You know, I didn't register on that until just now when you said we walk in and you like, what day is it?
Right.
The day your brand is born.
Right. Right. You know, that's kind of like putting it in the oven and turning it on 400 and letting it cook, right? Yeah, dough is good by itself, right? Dough is good, right? I love cookie dough, but damn it, them Toll House joints, if you put them in the oven, let them bake, let them get nice and moist, them things taste even better. Yes, I'm a mess. I'm a hot mess.
You are a hot mess. I didn't even get to introduce you, Nick Nelson.
That's why I don't need no introduction. It's the thing is back there, brandpreneur.
All right.
But seriously, I know we've gone a lot of different places because that's what I want to do. There is no, with this, it really isn't a presentation. It's understanding, as long as you got those 6 things. Who are you? What do you do? Who do you do it for? What do those people want and need? That's the problem you solve. What is your onlyness? That's your angle. What's your angle, Sharon? What's your angle, Dana? What's your angle, Doretha? Cheryl Cooper, what is your angle? Right? Me and you had that conversation recently. What is your angle? What's your angle? Right? What do people walk away with? Right? What do people walk away with? And ultimately, how do you tell that story? A story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. In the beginning is the backstory. In the middle is the conflict. And in the end, you save the world with your call to action. Won't you come? Come follow me. Come buy from me. Come schedule an appointment with me. Come have me be a part of your board. Come look for me so I can be in this next position. Won't you come? I'm here. Notice me. I'm like Donkey and Shrek. Pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. Yeah, I said it, Sharon. Don't you shake your head at me. Don't you shake. I'm like Donkey and Shrek. Ooh, pick me, pick me.
Sharon, you can come off mute.
Oh, I was wrestling my papers around, so I was right.
That's how the conversations have been.
Y'all so afraid. Y'all want to do this. Y'all want to do this. Y'all want to do this. Y'all want to hide. Y'all want to hide. It feels good hiding. I was with these these 7th graders last weekend, training them, starting them early. All of them at the table like this. Room full of kids. They ain't seen each other in 24 months. They like this. I was like, oh hell no. They think they got the phone and they think that you can't see them. I'm invisible. I was like, oh hell no. Putting the phones down. Yeah. Introduce yourself to each other. Y'all about to get noticed, right? Stop putting your hand down. Always look at I Danielson. Why am I saying so many movies today? Always look at I Danielson. Always look at I, right? That's the Karate Kid. It's understanding that people got to see you to pick you. Donkey said it right. In order, you got to know I'm here. And you got to say consistently, pick me, pick me. Every time you post, pick me. Every time you say something, pick me. Every time you make another connection, pick me, right? It ain't necessarily that you're selling anything, right? You're just trying to let somebody know I'm here. I'm here and available if you need me. And so that's it.
You done?
I'm done.
Are you? You sure?
I am. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm going on mute.
That
No,
was
you're not.
fabulous. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So Nick Nelson, you got something to offer to
All I
our
have is me. If you need me, I'm here at Brandpreneur on Instagram, F Nelson on LinkedIn. That's it. If you need me, I'm here. I'm only a click away. Brandpreneur.com. You can, I'm not hard to find. Google me, and find me. I'm only a click away if you need me. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I just want you to be successful. If you need something and you want to invest in yourself, I'd be happy to work with you. But just pick me. Pick me.
what does the Brandpreneur agency do?
Brandpreneur agency is like one of my favorite restaurants in Tallahassee, Florida. I went to Florida A&M University. It's called Guthrie's. Guthrie's only sold 3 things: chicken fingers, fries, and coleslaw. And they had the combo meal when you wanted to get everything together. It was called the gut box. The gut box, right? That's what we called it, the gut box. I only serve 3 things: strategy, image development, training. And if you want to put all them things together, it's called a brand day. If you want to buy them a la carte, you surely can, right? Then I have a whole lot of partners that I work with. If you want to go further, digital marketing, got partners. Course creation, clearly, I got partners, right? If you need a nice millennial to work your TikTok or your Instagram, I got partners. I then serve as your quarterback, right? And connect you with the resources and people that you need to really keep this thing going. But first, you got to know how to do it yourself. And that's why I upskill you, right? So you don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, right? Because many people, will tell you what you think you need. Be like, no. I know, because and people will leave you also. Understanding that people will leave you. I've had far too many people to be like, well, you know what? I can't update my own website. You can't update your website, baby. What you mean? I don't even know the password. They got the password. Why did you get somebody else's password? You don't have it, right? So you got to be upskilled if you're going to do this. You got to know how to do this. Then we connect you with the resources, right? That's it. All I have is fries, chicken fingers, and coleslaw. That's what I sell.
Thank you, Nick Nelson.
You're welcome, D. Cheryl Cooper.
I knew you would come in here and rock the house and give some goods, give some real good goods. What's your shirt say, Nick Nelson?
I am a brand.
Is that your shirt?
Yeah, it's brand wear that I'm testing out.
I like it. I want one.
Oh, yeah. It's coming to a theater near you very soon. Brand wear.
Can we get it in pink?
Oh, multiple colors.
All right.
Or purple, because I know you love purple.
I do like purple. Yeah. Nice. Thank you, Nick Nelson.
My pleasure.
You do not need any introduction. You are awesome as always.
If you need me, all you got to do is just rub the lamp and the genie shall appear. But be ready, because I'm going to come out blue, singing and dancing.
I called him this week. I was like, Nick Nelson, what am I doing wrong? Why don't I got anybody in here?
Blue, singing and dancing. All right. So, but seriously, if you need me, I'm here. The Cheryl Cooper. Keep on being amazing. Keep on doing what you do. Keep on thriving and pushing. Let me tell you something. And I'm gonna leave you with this. And I'm talking specifically to you, Cheryl. And I'm gonna do my church reference again. Any new pastor that comes out there, they gotta preach to the pews first, right? Preach to the pews, even if it's one person. If you've only saved one soul, Cheryl Cooper, you know what? That's one more soul that's gone to heaven. So it's not about the number. We far too often are looking at the number of likes, the number of views, and then we don't see the number and we get disappointed. It is not about the number. It's about who gets saved. All right.
All right.
I'm out.